what people think about as an image management or image consulting. So this will be an something like of an ad if you see. It is about that a picture is shown of a girl and they are just guessing what must be her profession. So in a group of people, they are just somebody saying she's an artist or she's a designer or she must be a painter or something that sort of, which is very fancy kind of a profession she must be in. But that girl comes into the room and they show her profile on the screen and she turns out to be a mountaineer. So very small, petite figure, a 20-year-old around, and they could not understand that this girl can be a mountaineer. So something that sort of thing can be an icebreaker for an image management that we want to show it in that icebreaker. Second point that we want to tell is what is image management and the importance of image. Like how inside out, like how you appear on outside and how as a, just not in appearance, but as a inside what you're trying to show, like are you a confident person, how are your values. So these things comes up playing a very important role in your image. There's a dividing into an inside and the outside image. It has to be in congruence with each other. It cannot be a separate thing altogether. Just you are groomed outside very well, but your inside values are not matching up to what you want to project as your image.
So is this a presentation or?
The module,
it's a one-day module. We were told, like suppose if
Yeah,
we
yeah.
are going to, so it's a one-day full.
So you can
No, I agree module, but this module you will present them inside out, or you will make them understand, do some
We make
facilitation.
them understand, and at the same time, when we are taking in, when we are doing this video and icebreaker, and after that we have an interactive sessions, and whatever objectives they are coming out with. So we are going to make 2 blocks to it, inside and outside. So suppose if they say like it's okay, he's well groomed, he's well dressed, we will put that outside image. His walk is showing like he's confident, so outside image. The inside image, like say, he's put coming out to be as a confident person, so confident. So this is how we are going to break it, like how finally the real you, like how you perceive yourself and how you are perceived by the others, it should be on the same page.
Okay, got
So
it.
this is how we will move.
And also
So you will use one of them as a
Yes,
sample
one of
or
them
some
as-
video?
Yes,
no video.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
And the next is the like the components of image management. What is it all about? So it is an ABCD, what we call it as, like appearance, how you're looking, the behavior part, how is your etiquette and all those kinds of body language and communication, which C represents, and the D is the like digital footprint, like how you are in a social media and how you are connected with people. So anywhere is like the image plays a very important part in this A, B and C, D. That's what we are trying to show. And then there is a self-image, like how you perceive as yourself and how you want to perceive to others. So whatever you are in that span of time, in your 8 hours of when you are in office, you are very well groomed person, but outside when you are going out, you need to link your image with your company's image. So what are the benefits that we are trying to tell them with how the employees, they can connect with it. So your branding is yourself, not only of yourself, but your company's image also. So this is how we're trying to end up the session with.
But how will you do this?
And also we would like to add here that it is not only the 8-hour image which you are really concerned about, that is just 10 to 6, because when you are working towards it and you get a good feedback, you keep on reinforcing the same image so that you move forward and you be more and more confident about it. So the idea is that image part is not very limited, it's extended over the year.
But how would you do the last part which you said? What is the, is it a presentation module?
Yes,
or
yes, it would have everything. It would have a bit of a PPT. It would be
Video,
interactive
and
through videos.
And we could have a style scale also. We can randomly pick and choose 4
Yes,
or 5
style
people
scale, yes.
and just ask how they are dressed. If they are in a tailored manner, if they are wearing a very jeans or a t-shirt kind of an outfit. And you can really put on a scale 1 to 4 and just show that what message are they going to show it.
So,
So
are
that-
we taking all the topics which we are the part of your need, like
Yeah, we are
dressing,
covering all
or
the
No, it's
Image
just
and
brief, the synopsis. style skill is important because it does project an image. If you
So
wear
what
a
we're
jeans
doing is
t-shirt-
style scale, we'll club it with inside and outside. Because when we are projecting inside and outside, that is the time when we can, speak about style scale. Because then they become clear about the components of internal and then the external.
Okay.
And then how we close it?
And how we close it by asking them like how it's going to benefit them. So what is in for them, and like what will be their takeaway, and ultimately
linking their image with the company's image. So even if a person is suppose from a TCS or an Accenture, then that matters whether the person is from this company and it's such a big company and really the people connect with it. But the person, if it's not in sync with the company's image, definitely it goes haywire. So that's definitely goes into their mindset. Okay, this is what I'm looking for. This is what my employee should be.
So the image is just not restricted to those 8 hours, but it goes beyond that, and ultimately when you're consciously choosing to do things, it becomes a part of your behavior. So it is all about consciously applying whatever you are learning, so that it becomes a part of your daily habit or routine, like the way we have been grilled and today we've become conscious of it.
And again, you are one person, but everywhere you are projecting different. In a social situation, you would react differently, you respond differently. In a professional setup, you are different. So how even with wearing certain very casual, how your nature comes out, generally, in a very relaxed manner. So this is all we are trying to put, that once you are happy with your self-image, you are able to build your confidence, and which shows in your performance too.
But knowing the audience, our HR guys, do you think something of how they behave or how the behavioral improvement will happen because of this? Is it covered in certain terminology? Because I see image consulting terminology here, but for a common man or for a HR to understand, maybe we have to evolve into simplistic words which
Yeah, I would like to give
something
an
which
example here.
connect.
Is like when we keep on saying ABC, appearance, behavior, communication, it's a whole lot of thing under each thing. But if you, and we would like to really prove in that 10 seconds how you can give that right impression. What happens is, if you see in a scenario, any scenario, airports, or let's take wedding, the appearance, how you look, the behave, the way you are holding your plate, you are moving around, how you treat people who just cross by, the communication, how you communicate. So everything in that 10 seconds, we all do it. I mean, even wedding, airports, in a common layman term, if I would say that. So it's very, I mean, the person who sees you in that 10 seconds can form an impression about you. So ABC is already there, always going along with you. It's not something that you keep aside.
No, I agree to that point. What I am saying is the terminology used for ABC, instead of calling it ABC, because they might not get it at the right thing. If we put at a session, this is what. Can we call it something like perception improvement or
Yes, absolutely.
something
It's
different,
impression.
which is understood by them? You
Managing
do
perception, we can say.
ABC, but that has to be understood by the HR guy. Okay, this is what they will do. So I
That is
understand.
self-presentation also, but then again it's a very common term. Self-presentation, when we say, it always includes all
We
these
can
three.
call it visual communication. So it's like how you're how you're dressed up plus how you're communicating. When I'm talking to you, so when an employee is talking to a client or a salesperson is talking to a client or a high-end customer, so definitely it makes how I'm communicating plus how I'm dressed up, how I am etiquette behavior. So all that comes into picture into these portions only.
Okay. I think this is good module. We will internally with our mentors sit and see that what language can we change, because
Yeah, sure.
modules are good, but the language has to be put which is understood by them, and they jump on it. Okay, this is something which we want. Thank you.
Okay. Yeah. First, like they mentioned, like obviously we all are trying to do the same thing. We would go about it in a slightly more different manner, rather than telling them how this is going to help them. At the end, we will talk about what the company core values are. Any company, what they require in a particular employee. They require efficiency, they require professionalism. So we'll talk about all these things: hardworking, giving good time, regularity, punctuality, all these things, meeting their goals and targets. All these things are what a company looks at. And this is what it is for them. It's not about how good the employee looks and how confidently he walks into the office. All the other parameters will make a difference to their spreadsheet at the end of the year. So this is what we will talk about, that how a company functions and what are the things that they look for in a good employee. And how you're going to target it, why the rest of it will follow in a way that it all depends upon the communication. It depends upon the communication not only between the clients and the employee, it will also depend upon the company itself and the employee, and obviously the end user, the clients, will ultimately relate it to the company itself. So that's how the brand of the company will come up when you make sure that the brand is carried forward by the employee himself. So we are going to teach this person, or we are going to train this person how to go about and carry the brand that he is associated with. Like she mentioned, really big names, Accenture or Tata. All these people already have a brand. For them, for the employee to make sure that they project the right image is one way. It's going to be dealt with another thing. A company which is just coming up and they want to build their brand, how their companies will project themselves is a different way to tackle. So depending upon which company we are going to talk about, that's how we're going to leverage it. Then in communication, obviously there will be verbal communication, non-verbal communication. We are